Look who's here. It's IK.
Hey,
What's good? Wait, let me get the dap on the camera. My hands are ashy, don't worry about that. This is the house, very cluttered. I was playing Smash. We're gonna run some Smash. He's silly. What do you play?
I play either Sonic or
You play Sonic? What the fuck is wrong with you?
or I play
You would. I'm actually dead. Do you play any characters based on their merit? This is crazy.
Okay, unrelated Korean.
I see.
Who do you play?
I play Byleth, Marth, Samus.
This guy actually plays, bro.
What are you talking about, bro? I'm the worst in this house.
I've been playing this so long.
I can tell.
Wait, hold on. Yo, relax. Look at this guy. Oh my god. Hey.
Bro, you're poo. Oh, you're sweating now. That's crazy.
Yo, guys,
I can't
I've been playing
recover.
this game.
He can't recover, bro. He's poo. Don't listen to his excuses. Okay, it's because she's so stupid. I keep fucking up my thing.
Oh my god.
There's no way. Wait, you're actually like better than me, but I feel like you were just getting warmed up.
I was getting warmed up, bro.
We're back one time. Oh. Wait, I'm actually about to die. This is sad life.
Gone. Oh, I'm warmed up.
You're poo.
We got warmed up.
Can I actually slap you up right now? Oh, that was bad mistake. Huge. Well, I know it is what it is.
Alright. Time to get to the video.
Technical difficulties.
Do you know Sam takes off from Instagram?
Yeah.
That guy makes music, eh?
No, he doesn't.
He does.
The guy that always like.
Okay, I swear to God, this shit like a banger. The guy that makes like Nigerian skits. That guy makes music.
He was like the funniest like Nigerian.
He was actually like hands down.
Yeah. Look what we have to do just to get the podcast to work.
Look at this. I gotta
Look
put
at
the
this setup.
fucking over this, bro.
Oh my gosh, this is the most ghetto setup I've ever seen in my life.
Whatever, it is what it is, bro.
Yo, look, you gotta bend the wire same way. Nah, it's OG.
Man. Anyways.
Oh my gosh. It's working?
This is insanity.
No
bro.
way.
I think my thing is like fucking tilted like down, and so I have to like curve it really.
Oh, okay. Hey,
I'm gonna have to get another one.
Good. Good. Get out here. Are you watching the World Cup?
We made a draw for the World Cup thing.
Yeah, and they kind of hold you, fam.
Bro, they gave me Qatar, and Qatar was first out as the host nation.
The hosting country.
Like, bro, how do you feel about that? You know what I'm saying?
That's annoying, but
I did not want them. Like, actually, like I would have traded like my tier 1 teams for like to get rid of Qatar.
who you think's gonna win though?
I think it's France, Argentina, Portugal. I don't know.
Argentina lost to Saudi Arabia. Yo, wait, did you hear what happened with Saudi
What?
Arabia?
They made a whole national holiday.
Yeah, so beg this. They made a national holiday. So on that day, like you just don't work or whatever.
That's crazy.
And then each player
got a Rolls Royce.
Just for beating Argentina. Isn't that crazy, bro? Bro, if they win, they're getting all skyscrapers.
That's what I'm saying. The government said you did us well.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
That's their host nation. That's crazy.
That is. What do you think would happen if Nigeria won though?
Nigeria? I don't even fucking know. Our corrupt ass government.
Fam, they would just take the money and be like,
They'd be like,
good job.
we'll hold it for you. I'm like, Nigerian parents, yo, give me your money. I'll hold it for you.
No,
Mom, Dad, where's the money? It's not there.
I remember it. No, bro. 11th birthday, fam. Right? Uncles and aunties like they love dashing money. They love dashing, right? Bro. But I was like, this is what I lost trust towards my dad like the first time, right?
Yeah.
You know, because I look up to my dad, you know? No, but like this, I look up to my dad, so I'm like, okay. Say, yo, Ike, let me hold your $50, right?
Crazy.
Bro, the man goes out and comes back with like cartons of Guinness, fam. Bro, and I'm just like, me being the innocent child I am, I'm thinking, okay, like, you know, he went to go buy whatever. And then I asked my dad, I'm like, Dad, so can I use the money to buy like the new Pokemon game or whatever? I was like, I can't. You know? You're still young. You don't know how to manage your money. Just trust your dad. Trust your dad.
That's so sad.
Man.
That's crazy.
Nah, did me dirty stuff.
That's actually that's so wrong. Cause fucking, I want a spelling bee. I want a couple like growing up.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I remember those. Yeah.
And my mom would just like take that shit. I'm like, Mom, can I get it back? And I get like half of it back. She's like, don't worry, I'm saving the rest. But to be fair, they had bills to pay, and if you got money, that was used for bills to pay. It was crazy.
I mean, I guess, but like, yo, that's your money at the end of the day, fam.
No, but I get it. You know what I'm saying? Because like we just moved to Canada, and
like, that's what you guys just
I was
moved,
gonna spend it on candy and shit, and she just need to pay the rent, bro.
She's like, candy.
Like, I could even blame her. I could even hold her. I'm like, I like a place to live, and if I could contribute to that, then like, fuck it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, why do men start podcasts?
That's a good question. Okay, that's a good question. You know, I see it all the time. Every podcast that pops up, two guys sitting across each other from the table, and they're just like, "Yo, bro, I have an idea," and the other guy's like, "Yo, I kind of feel that. I kind of feel that.
Yeah.
I just feel like it's so fun to sit down and talk.
100%. There is like a negative stigma towards male podcasts, unfortunately,
and I feel like I understand it because it's just like, I feel like most narratives are controlled by men. You know what I'm saying? Or people in positions of power. And then it's like two guys are just like, hey, let us make another space where we contribute and control the narrative and like give our own ideas. Yeah. And I don't think the world is too fond of that, understandably. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I get it.
It's also like what's said on the podcast too, right?
That's true. That's true.
Usually like they're like degrading women.
Easily.
Stuff.
Almost every single podcast, they just say, do you think you're a high value woman? And they just be like, you're not. And I'm just like, what are you doing? Yeah.
But it's mostly like, it's not all male podcasts, but it's mostly like the red pill podcast or the red pill community or whatever you want to call it. Like, you know what I mean? But obviously not like that, kind of a bit different, you know.
We're in our own niche, guys. But you know what's funny is there's like a whole bit where like two guys sit in a room and they're like, yo, we're pretty funny, we should start a podcast. And then one of them's like, no, but everybody says that idea, and the other guy's like, no, but we'll be different. And that is like how podcasts get started. And just knowing that is just like, I'm dead.
Is it usually different though? When they say it's different. Like, and funny thing is we have a super budget setup. Like the post editing, like it might look nice while I'm telling.
Bro, you guys saw the pumpkin on top of the wire. Like,
that's the most ghettoest thing I've ever seen.
Like, we're committed to this bit. Like, we're committed to this. You know this thing about cancel culture, right? Cancel culture has gone too far.
Yeah, I think it's too far, to be honest. Like,
too far.
It's one thing to like, you know, okay, if somebody like says something, right, and it's like really fucked up, you know, cancel them, whatever. But like, I feel like it's come to the point where it's like every little thing, right? Every little thing you say, you gotta like really watch what you say, and if you say the wrong thing, they'll just cancel you.
People have been doing the same things like for a while, you know what I'm saying? But the fact that everybody has like an internet, like digital footprint now is the problem, because they'll say like, you know, people will be getting, I won't say cancel, but like they get like a lot of backlash for saying the N-word. Like a lot of white people, like the white dancing TikTokers will say like the N-word, a video of them will leak. They'll be like, oh my God, how could you
they said the N-word?
Bro, like, no, I'm saying like a ton of white dancing TikTokers.
Oh, okay.
Always get like exposed for like saying the N-word like 4 years back or something like that.
Yeah.
And I just like
to be honest, it's like, okay, remember Justin Trudeau?
Yeah.
The blackface thing, right? Like, yeah, I was in the past, but like, I don't know. I feel like you can't bring something back that they did in the past, because it could have been different.
Like, it was a different time. Not to say like it's a different time, but like, you can't just be going back and getting receipts for everything, because you'll catch everybody.
That's what I'm saying.
You'll catch like everybody.
Realistically, everybody should be canceled.
That's what I'm saying.
Like, realistically, like, let's, you know, like everybody, I'm not saying has done like anything to that extent,
but they're doing things that people are getting canceled for, but they just don't have the same digital footprint. So it's like, this is kind of sketch.
Or they're not getting caught. You know what I mean? So
no, that no, I remember one of my friends was telling me that, like, yeah, when all the N-word stuff, the debacles came out, like they went on their Twitter, like, you know how people get canceled for saying the N-word?
Yeah, all that shit.
They went back, scrolled through their shit, deleted every tweet that could be implicating. Yeah. They were like, we know what's coming. And I'm just like, you know.
And that's what you have to do now. It's kind of like, I don't know if it's kind of like sad or if it's like a good thing. Because who knows? Like, people can change, right? People can be like ignorant, arrogant, whatever. 10 years ago, like, you know what I mean? Like, you say they're teenagers and now they're like super like famous or whatever. Or like, maybe they're trying to like find the right path to like do whatever.
Yeah.
And then you try to cancel them after. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's what I'm saying.
Honestly, okay, but listen, take this in, right?
Okay.
I feel like a lot of cancel culture is so like reactive and not nuanced. They'll always be like, you did this one thing.
Yeah.
They won't take any context into account, and they will never be like, oh, a person can change. But at the same time, I think the reason like cancel culture exists is like to give people like punishments, like real world punishments for doing things that they don't think are good. Because imagine being like just getting flamed on Twitter is like okay, but like getting like losing like your job, like that's a real. But I feel like it's too much sometimes. Like some person will do like a little thing, say a little thing. And who am I to say the severity of it? But then they have like 3 kids and they lose their job. And I'm just like...
And that's what I'm saying. I feel like when people want to cancel somebody, they don't take into the account of like their life right now. You know what I mean?
That's what I'm
Obviously,
saying.
they're just, you know, trying to like support their kids, support their family, whatever, cancel, lose, whatever, like whatever they're in, like
That's
contracts, deals, right? And then what do they have? You know what I mean? Because cancel culture canceled them. Like I don't think people can really come. Actually, no, people have come back from cancel. Chris Brown, Justin Bieber.
Chris Brown is not back. What are you talking about?
No, in term. But he's making music though.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like he got canceled. I don't know the whole timeline, so I'm not gonna like.
No, Chris Brown, like I feel like anybody, no, people still listen to his music. Like I feel like it's more of he's been canceled for so long. They're just like, I mean, what are we gonna do?
That's what I'm saying. I mean, he's good. Like, you know, he's a nice artist. No, I'm not condoning like what he did, obviously, you know what I mean? But he's actually a good artist, you know what I mean? And people still add him to like his songs as a feature. Right? Like to this day. You know what I mean? So like you can technically come back from cancel culture or from getting
Justin
canceled.
Bieber is invincible. Like no one can touch him.
Justin Bieber?
He's actually invincible.
I remember Justin Bieber was going through like a crazy phase, no?
Bro, he be doing things. Like he was growing dreads that one time. Remember that?
Yeah.
Everybody's like, Justin, cut those off. Bro is still free. He wore a shirt that said like fuck racism. It was just a shirt that said fuck racism. It was so corny. He came up with like a whole clothing line. I was like, once again, you're cringe. Yeah. Justin Bieber, nah, he's actually like, he's invincible. You actually can't touch him.
I remember he was arrested in like a next country. No, he got arrested a couple of times, right?
Bro, he's Justin Bieber. We can't touch this man. Like this guy's invincible.
I don't know. But I feel like Justin Bieber's changed though, you know what I mean? Like he's not the same JB, you know. I say JB. Same Justin Bieber. I'm not a fan. Don't worry. Same Justin Bieber. He is a different Justin Bieber from the past, right? Where he was doing all that crazy shit. But like, look at him now. Like, you don't even see him. Well, I don't follow him, but like, he drops an album every 5 years or 6 years or whatever. But you don't see him in the media. You know what I mean? Like, people know Justin Bieber, but you don't see Justin Bieber doing this, Justin Bieber doing that. So yeah, I feel like you can definitely come back from it. It's just like I just feel like
the heat dies down. Like you get like you have to take it for a bit.
Yeah, take a bit for
you, and then it dies down. But dababy, dababy, it did not die down. Like people are not going to his shows. Like he's trying to give out free tickets to go to places, and it's just not working.
Can you imagine?
And I feel like there's also dynamics that come into play, like race dynamics. You know what I'm saying?
So wait, list the things that he did again.
Okay, so bro, I think he went to a concert and he was like talking about like AIDS or stuff like that. But there's like a whole narrative around AIDS where it's like a lot like a lot of AIDS, like
AIDS,
yeah, like the STI. Okay. And bro is like saying some homophobic shit like during it, like perpetuating just like false like statistics or like trying to prepare like a narrative that like is often associated with AIDS, like gay people are the ones spreading it. And then now they were like, bro, you gotta stop doing that kind of shit. They're like, just close your mouth and do your little you think I'm the baby, you know, do your flow. And then I haven't seen this man like sell out a tour, drop a track that hasn't got roasted on Twitter.
Ever since that time it was done,
bro's flame, like he's actually down.
All the man had to do is just really big tracks, bro. I don't know why.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Just keep quiet.
You know what I mean?
dababy represents like an entire like demographic of people. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, you can cancel dababy, but the beliefs and the mindset he has belongs to a larger culture. And by canceling dababy, you haven't like necessarily eliminated that. You just made them more aware to not express their feelings like on Twitter or shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Cancel culture like has a set of ideals and beliefs that it holds to, and if you violate them, it's like you're canceled. But as long as you can have those beliefs, just like never expressing it, and you'll be safe. And I find that like so interesting.
I feel like it's also like a good thing. Like I feel like with cancel culture, there has to be like a limit, right? Like say a guy, let's say he's white, you know, and he says, you know what? I just don't like black people. Let me tweet that. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like there's just some things that are just not meant to be said. Like, everything has to be political or like, you know what I mean? Like, you can't make a joke. Even comedians now are getting canceled.
Yeah, wait. But, like, here's the thing. This is why cancel culture gets so complicated.
Yeah.
Cancel culture evolves over time. That's what I was trying to say.
Okay.
Is that it evolves with the progressive idea of society. Like we have this notion that society is always like progressing towards like being more liberal.
Yeah.
Like back in the day, you know what I'm saying? So that
day.
just shows everybody thinks that like over time our ideals become like more progressive. But I also want us to note that Dave Chappelle got canceled. But what's important to note is that, you know, even before he got canceled, I was watching his specials. I was like, this man is funny as fuck.
He's hella funny. I won't even lie.
I wasn't laughing at all of like the parts of his set.
Yeah.
But there were some times where I was like, what you're saying is like so close. Like cancel culture is like catching up to the jokes you're making.
Yeah.
Because you can make some jokes and it's fine. But cancel culture was eventually like, we have now like understand like trans rights, despite like the fact it should always be there. There's like, we understand them to now like be at the forefront of like societal ideals. Yeah. And then Dave Chappelle got caught in that. Like he got caught.
Yeah.
Like he should have known to just like stop right away.
Yeah.
But he kept like making those jokes. But now it's not looking good. I don't even know what that means though.
Like you never heard the term like snowflake, all that shit. Basically, like as in like the things we say, people take it too personal.
No, I don't think so at all. I think what's happened is that if I continue calling you a fufu muncher, or someone in university called you a fufu muncher, how would you feel about that? Or just like
no, but that's like you saying it to me directly though. I'm talking about like in a broad sense.
No, and I'll get to that.
Okay.
In that terms of like a broad sense, the things like snowflake is as we get older, we understand that like the words we express are not just isolated like things, like they represent like a whole system of thought in our brain.
Yeah.
And to that extent, it's like people are becoming more aware of what words mean. You know what I'm saying?
But
I feel like what's also happening is that like people are paying more attention to societal structures is what's happening. Because if you notice people who are always saying society has gotten softer, I want you to think about who those people are. It's the white guys who are always making those jokes and are now coming under fire because they can't make those same jokes anymore.
No, it's not just white people though. Yeah, it's not. I don't think it's white people. Like I'm talking about like older generations of people. You know, people who are like in their 40s or whatever, saying the society's getting soft, whatever. Because back then it was kind of tough. You know what I mean? And you said that people are understanding. Or more understand that these certain words have. I
feel like they're just more aware of the dynamics of when someone like gives you like an insult. You know what I'm saying?
And I agree with that, but I think it's like if you like becoming aware of these words, like I said, if I'm telling you a joke, you know what I mean, right? You can take it two ways. Think of it as like, oh, that was funny, or you can take everything I'm saying and take it literally. So it's not like a target. It's different if like all your jokes are like of like one group. Then it's like okay, it's different. You know what I mean? So I feel like if you gotta always look at the context too, like. For community, if he's making jokes about everybody, and it's like, oh, okay, well, he's making jokes about it. You know, they make jokes of their own race at the same time, you know. And if it's a funny joke, I'll laugh. But if it's not funny, then I won't laugh. But I won't say cancel him.
I feel like no. I get what you're saying, but at the same time, I was doing like a little research on this because I love to make jokes. You know me. I know you're a jokester. This guy's Joker in the flesh. I'm not even joking. And to make, I'm not even joking. But I feel like to make jokes. You have to understand their implications at every point in time. And I feel like...
But if that's the case...
I feel like you can no longer make jokes without ever thinking about their implications. You know what I'm saying? Because our brains think something is funny for like a reason. Yes, you can always just like blind laugh at something and be like, that joke is funny. But when a joke isn't funny, you have to ask yourself, why is this not funny? Because, for example, like let me start. Because I feel like the easiest way to relate it to us is to just do like a racist little thing. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I'd be like, a white comedian's like, bro, I don't know what it is, but I feel like the black people around me are just like so stupid. And then maybe he'll do something where he like goes on a different path. He's like, yeah, just the way they like do something, and it'll be something that's not stupid at all, and then the whole audience will laugh. Or he'll say something that's like actually like. Just like offensive. I don't want to say offensive, but he'll just say something that like might rub you the wrong way. And you have to think about why it rubs you the wrong way. Like, what is he implying about a certain group of people? Because every joke has underlying implications. And yes, you like you said, you can choose to like ignore them.
Yeah.
But I feel like that's not in anyone's best interest, if that makes any sense. But that's because this is how people like some comedian might be making jokes and he's like, I swear to God, it's just a joke. But at the same time, bro's like a fascist. Bro's literally a fascist. He's like, guys, I'm just kidding. It's just a joke. When you let people make jokes however they want, sure, you can like avoid this whole like cancel culture debate. But at the same time, you let them like have no accountability for anything they say, if that makes any sense. They can just be saying anything. And when you're like, you made this joke, they'll be like, yeah, but it was just words. I just put words together.
But the thing is, like, not every joke is gonna be funny to everybody, right?
So
I know about that. If you're telling a joke, or if it's a comedian telling a joke, right? Think of it. There's people who are actually laughing, right? So the people who aren't laughing, or the people who didn't even like the joke, like say they tuned in later, right? Don't watch it. You know what I mean? Like, you're going to a comedian, so you know he's gonna make jokes at the end of the day. That's what I'm saying. Like, not everything is for you. You know, it doesn't always have to be about you. You know what I mean? If I'm watching a comedian and I don't really like him, I'm not gonna cancel him. You know, because some people find his jokes funny. However, it rubs me the wrong way. I don't, you know, but I'm not gonna be like, you know what? Since I don't like your joke, you can't make no more jokes for anybody. You know what I mean? It's not for you. So that's how I look at it in that sense. You know, but then at the same time, it's like, where do you draw the line? Like, how do you?
I feel like whenever you try to invalidate like the identity or a struggle of a group, is when I think it becomes like problematic. You know what I'm saying? Like the problem people had with Dave Chappelle,
fair enough. Yeah, no, you're right.
It wasn't even like he was making, because you can make trans jokes that are funny. You know what I'm saying? But bro is like, I don't even understand these people. Like, it's so funny to me, their whole dilemma, and everybody's just like, bro, like, what is your problem? He's like I just don't get it. Like the whole thing about it is just so funny to me. And then people are just like, okay. Like, it's like the same thing as being like I don't understand why black people think like society's against them. Like slavery was 400 years ago. Like that shit is so funny to me. In that
if I'm looking at it like from that point,
you know what I'm saying? When you're just invalidating things that are like generally true and just like doing that. But it's,
hey man, we're not no experts. I don't know to be honest. But it's only different if it's like influencing a certain influencing like a certain,
causing people to like act a certain way.
Act a certain way or do something. Then that is different. But everybody knows, like, when you make a joke or you're posting something funny, like a skit, it's jokes, bro. Nobody thinks that.
Wordplay on like Stranger Things. It was like fucking it was like I was doing like 11 and Mike, you know, they like a romance. It was like, Mike, that's a Stranger Thing you have there, or something like that. And like, bro, those are kids. And I'm like, all the actors are older than me.
That's what I'm saying.
Clearly not fucking referring to the kids. And they're just like, this is kind of weird, bro. And I was just like, bro, do you think I like kids? You think I'm making jokes about minors? Like, this is just a little like wordplay thing. Bro, and it was too much.
People they take it so literal to the point where they forget the joke.
You can't fight against the entire internet. I made a joke once. It was like a joke about like infidelity, and people were like, cheating is not funny. And I was like,
oh, in our episode?
No, it was just like another joke on TikTok. I was like, cheating is not funny. I don't know why people are laughing at this. And I was like, this joke is literally so fucking funny. People are like, this is fucking hilarious, bro. If you don't shut the hell up right now. And I was just like, I don't understand. I'm not trying to say I should be able to say whatever I want without ever facing any repercussions. I'm just like so confused as how people can just like be like, this isn't funny. And I'm like,
but it's not. That's the thing. It's
not funny for you, is what you're saying.
That's what it is. That's what it is at the end of the day. So, so with whole cancel culture today, I just feel like, you know, people need to stop taking things so personal. You know what I mean? Like, as in.
But I feel like that's impossible to ask someone something personally.
No.
We all like watch a piece of media and we're like, how does this relate to me? My sense of self.
But it's like, but if it does rub you the wrong way, what I suggest is just like look the other way. You know, unless it's promoting some sort of like agenda or some shit like that, right? Where they're like trying to like brainwash people or whatever. Like if it's a joke and it's actually like funny, you know what I mean? It's
like,
different.
Isn't that funny? Eh? We said that like comedy or funniness is determined by the majority. But take in a joke a majority of people would find funny today may not necessarily be the same in like 3 years. So when we look back, can we ever be like a joke was objectively funny?
It depends on the person. It depends on the people and how they found that joke at the time. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I'm saying objectively, like, could you ever say a joke through time is funny? Like, you know,
throughout the whole.
Like, I'm trying to say that's like that seems impossible, right?
Yeah, I don't think so.
Because whatever we think it's like what we are like conditioned to find funny depends on like our environment, our culture, what other people think is funny. You know what I'm saying? Or what do people think is offensive? You know what I'm saying? Because you could be saying, you know, Justin Bieber made that chainsaw joke. Was like, what is like? It's like a black chainsaw. Nigga. He was on like live TV and OD. People were dying. That was OD. Funny. And you bring that up now. And it's not as funny. You're just like,
it's not as funny no more.
You know what I'm saying?
Society's changed now. It's like different.
Yeah, but think about it. Let's think about what has changed. No, let's just talk about it. Back then, that joke was funny. But what has changed now so that joke is not funny? What I'm personally thinking is that, you know, there's like black people now being like, who have more of a voice in a sense, who are like, that joke was not funny. Like, but take in, that joke was not for them. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, it wasn't really for them. To be honest, Like when you told me that was kind of. I was kind of. I can't. I'm sorry. That was
Sorry,
funny
I'm just giving you an example. Yeah,
no,
no.
I
Of course, I giggled a bit too. I was like,
that was funny.
I was like, you shouldn't be saying that, but you know.
But like that's what I'm saying. Like if you were to say that, like I don't know. And to be honest, I'm very nonchalant. So like I don't really don't care about. Listen.
Oh my god.
I don't know. So that joke, I don't know. I found it funny, but wasn't like necessarily for me. You know what I mean? Because chainsaw whatever. But you can still find the joke funny if you look at the context of like why he said it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But then you look into the history of the N-word, like we did in episode 3, I think. Right? Then it's like, hey, what are you saying? So yeah, I just feel like I don't know. Certain things are just not meant for everybody at the end of the day. You can't please everybody. I feel like that's what cancel culture is trying to lead to. It's like where you have to please every single individual that's like online or whatever, and it's like that is literally not possible. And I'm talking in context of jokes, right? I
don't think it's not possible. I just think it's harder, and it's why people don't like it. Because I think you have to be a better and skilled comedian to make jokes. Because
every comedian gets backlash.
But you can make jokes about being like late, about learning to speak a new language. Yeah. You know, you can make jokes that are just like absolved of any kind of identity, race, like gender.
But I understand what you mean though. If they are like more skilled and crafty at their jokes,
I think you don't like here's what I think. In a good comedian, like whenever I see an immigrant comedian just making tons of immigrant jokes, I'm just like, bro, you are ass. This is a cop out. Like I find good comedians who just like find comedy, not in race, not in gender, not in sexual identity or orientation, and not in like disability. You know what I'm saying? And like I'm just saying, as like a general rule, if you do that kind of stuff, it's like impossible for anybody to ever be like, this is offensive. Because you remove the entire concept of an identity being attached to a joke or a demographic. And by doing that, you like absolve yourself, I think, potentially.
I feel like you can probably do it to the point where it's almost like perfect, but I feel like there's always something.
Yeah, like
I'm
saying it's better
everybody,
this way.
Like, I don't think there's a perfect joke at some point. Like, you know,
I agree. I'm just saying that everybody.
But I know what you mean, though.
Most comedians have just been like, relying on these systems. They're like, let me make a joke about like related to gender, race, like religion, blah, blah, blah. And then the second people are like, this is not for me. And they get like a large enough like following behind them to be like, this is not for us. They can no longer make those jokes. And they're like, damn, am I not funny anymore? Or I'm just not allowed to make the same jokes that I could before.
I think it's like an option.
Yeah.
So, all right, guys, this is episode 10. If you guys liked it, please like, comment, subscribe, turn on the post notifications for more content. We will be releasing more episodes like this. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Deuces. I ain't a chef, I ain't making a mistake. Gambling with the vampire, so I'm